guys, one very tired Louise here for you. So today's video is gonna be a floss tube, but first I wanted to show you my gorgeous new journal book because I've finished my old one. This one has, I think 22 I started this. Let's see, yeah, beginning of 20, oh, got a bit of 21 there. So I'm gonna just say November 21, 11. Okay, so I'm gonna just say the end of 21/22, and then some of 23 in this book. So yeah, it's all there, my completions, just some of them, not all of them. And I'm on the last page even. On to new things, and this is my new one, and I done it last night. These books, they make really great diamond painting journals actually, and didn't take me long at all actually. It has loads of specials on, and we've got these gorgeous AB in the white here. But yeah, I think it turned out brilliantly. I have sealed it. It's still a little bit sticky because I did put quite a bit on last night. Because obviously Rio, being Rio, she likes to rip those diamonds off, I tell you. It's her favourite pastime. Although she hasn't done it so much now. I think she's sort of outgrown, oh, excuse me, outgrown that phase. I've only just not long woken up, guys, so yeah, we've had a busy couple of days with these trees. I tell you, it's been exhausting to say the least. The garden looks like a jungle, but it's getting done today. Hopefully my dad's going to come over today. I told him to have a day off yesterday because he was just going at it for hours the day before. Anyway, let's move on to today's video, which is a floss tube. I'm going to be working on my 9 count elephant, not with it this morning. So my 9 count elephant, colourful elephant from VIPCROSSSTITCH, and please join me. But first and foremost, if I could ask you, if you have not done so already, to please like, subscribe, share. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Borgie's Diamond Art, and hit the little notification bell which will notify you of my future video uploads. Okay, let's get stitching. So this is the gorgeous floss that we're going to be working with today. This is DMC code 3836, and it's the yellow, bright yellow symbol. So I have done quite a bit down here. I'll show you at the end my progress anyway, so, but I have done little bits of this one, little bits. But it is an easy stitch, it's just there's a lot of confetti, particularly, whoops, hang on a second. Right, I'm okay. I'm back. So it was a PR pack, lovely. Right, today's video I'm going to be showing you how the different techniques that I use to stitch, okay, depending on my mood obviously. Okay, so the first one I'm doing is, I think this is called the sewing method. Now I'm not sure if it's called the sewing method or not really, but it's basically where you do 2 stitches in one. So you're basically putting out your needle, you're putting it out through the hole, the next hole where the next stitch is coming from. I think that's the best way that I can describe it. Okay, now you do have to be careful stitching this way because sometimes you can get in a bit of a tiz, but I find it very very relaxing stitching this way actually, because you just don't, you have to think, but you make good progress. Yeah, the progress goes really fast. I do apologise for my nails. I had to take them off because of going swimming the other day and everything. It's just, yeah, and I'm trying to grow my nails, but the problem is they just break. They just break my nails. So anyway, so I'm coming up here. Or I could even go here actually. Let's go through there. There. Okay, and then sometimes the floss does get a bit twisted, but you can just sort that out afterwards. It doesn't take a lot to sort out the floss. So I'm coming back down here now. And it is a very relaxing method. I usually do this stitching a lot if I have a lot of colour blocking to do, or if I'm bored of a particular colour and I want it to go fast. But yeah. Oh, so how are you guys today? Are you okay? I hope you're all well. It's very early in the morning here. I've literally just not long woken up, and got my coffee next to me, and I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of coffee today to keep me going. I hope you enjoyed the little short that I done yesterday of Luton. Yeah, it's my son. He really enjoys going plane spotting there because you can really get close. They've got like a long stay car park, and it's really good, you know, for seeing the aeroplanes. Really good. I'm just going to see if I can zoom you guys up a bit actually. I'm using my front camera on my phone for this, and it's not the best, guys. It's not. Brought you a bit nearer to me. See if that helps. Okay. But yeah, he really loves going plane spotting. It's his favourite thing to do. Just wish I could afford to take him on one, really. He has been on one when he was younger, but not for many years now. I just can't afford it, guys. It's just way, when you've got 4 kids that you're looking after, it's just too much. Maybe when they get bigger. But then the problem is when they get bigger, the excitement kind of goes out of it a bit, doesn't it? Go back over here now. That kiddie excitement is so heartwarming. It really is. So, whoops, I'm going up a bit here. So that one went a bit twisted, so all I did was just with my thumb, just bring the floss over to where I want it to be. So yes, I've just received a PR pack. This, and it's a big one as well. I don't know who it's from yet until I open it. But it's got like two videos worth of products in there, because they wanted to send 2 2 videos worth at the same time. I think it's easier or cheaper maybe for them to do that. But I'll be putting them out on different weeks to spread out the content. So yeah, I'm gonna go over here now, like so. Didn't sleep very well last night again. Lie there tossing and turning and tossing. It drives me insane. And then you're exhausted in the daytime. I think I need to take some more multivitamins. I've stopped taking them during the holidays, which is not good, because it does help with your energy levels, doesn't it? Just hop over here, do these ones. So you can see you do make quite good progress doing this method of stitching. Can hear my children in the background. They've not long woken up either. They're going to be wanting breakfast soon. My son, when he was little, he loved porridge. He just loved. He was raised eating mainly porridge, guys, to be honest with you. And if he wouldn't eat dinner or anything like that, I always knew I could give him a bowl of porridge and he'd eat it. And it's quite good for him as well, so I was always happy to give him that. But because he had lots of sensory issues, he still does actually, he's still quite restrictive with his food. Oh, it drives me insane, it really does. So that one's twisted a bit, so all I'm doing is just pulling the floss up like so and trying to make it lay a bit more flatter there. Okay, I don't know what's happened to this stitch up here, and it's a bit dodgy. Yeah, so he had lots of food issues and still does my brains in, literally. And always used to give him porridge, but when he was a little boy and he'd wake up, as soon as those eyes pinged open, I used to say it was like a parrot. He'd be like, porridge, porridge. It was awful. It used to do my brains in, and then it had to be made just right. It couldn't be too milky and it couldn't be too thick. It had to be just the right sort of context for him. Yeah, it's so funny. Right, so I finished that block of yellow there on his ear. So now the next block is up here, so I'm going to hop off on there. I've only got a little bit more of this floss to do, and then I think I'll change colour. Okay, give me a second, and I'm just going to, what I'm going to do actually, I think I'm going to cast off because it's quite far, this. Whoops. There. Oh, why aren't you cutting? There. I've only got a little bit of floss left, but I think I should be able to get at least 2, maybe 3 stitches out of this. So we're just going to straighten it like that, yeah. So, yeah. It should be going this way. So, one of my eldest friends, they think their dog is pregnant, guys. So you know what that means. They think, they don't know for sure. I mean, it could be having a phantom pregnancy, but it did get caught in the act with the male dog that it lives with, and neither of them have been spaded or neutered. So you never know, you never know. I don't think that it was a planned situation, so to speak, but you know, we'll see. I didn't say we'd definitely take one. I said we'll see to my daughter, because my eldest, she's like, well, I have been looking a while. Well, I say while, but not really looking, just browsing, you know, as you do. But I think after that guy knocked on the door the other day, it did make me think, you know, that if Princess had been here, there's no way he would have been as confident as what he was. But my dad wants me to get another Rottweiler, but I am just, I feel like it would be betraying Princess, really. Have I lost the floss? I have, yeah. I feel like it would be a betrayal to get another Rottie on her. And not only that, but they don't live long, guys, you know. I mean, I know there's no guarantee with any dog you get, but 6 years is nothing, is it? It really isn't. And when I saw how upset the kids are as well, you know, and me, I was devastated with Princess. It does put me off getting another one, guys, you know, because as you get older, every heartache hurts just a little bit more, doesn't it? I don't think you ever get used to making that decision on your pet, you know, for your pet even. You know, as ill as they are, you just hope against hope, really, don't you? And I certainly didn't think I'd be in that situation with Princess at 6 years old, for sure. And in fact, I was on my personal Facebook the other day, and a video popped up of when when we went to get her for the first time, like when we went to pick her up, and she was so tiny. I was just like, oh. If I'd have known she'd have only lived to 6, would I have changed my mind about getting her? I don't think I would have, to be honest. She was a feisty little madam, I tell you. Even when she was a puppy, she was jumping all over her mum, and you could tell the mum was just like, get off me, I've had enough of you. Because I think female dogs especially, they get like that with their pups, don't they? Towards the end, they're just like, I've really had enough of you now. Because it's hard work having 2 or 3 pups, but 6 or 7, must be a nightmare for the poor dog. Especially when it's feeding time and they're all on you. In fact, we did, I'm going to tell you a story now. We did have a dog, a rescue dog, back in the days when, you know, you could just go to a dog rescue, and they would give you the dog there and then. And I was only little, I was only about, I must have been about 6 or 7. And our dog, we went on holiday, and my uncle who passed, he was looking after the dog, and he decided to let the dog off the lead, and she wasn't trained, you know, on recall, so he let her off the lead, and she just took off. Literally, she just took off, and she didn't look back, and she was gone for days and days and days and days. And then eventually she came back home, but she came home with a little secret. She came home that she was pregnant, and I was just like, well, my mum and dad, they were just like, oh my god. So I mean, this is in the early 80s, so you know, you just sort of let the dog do its business then. And yeah, she went into labour in our kitchen, on our kitchen floor, and she was so clean, bless her. She tidied up there was not one bit of mess, not one bit. But she went like skin and bone, because those puppies, she had about 8 or 9 puppies, and they would just not leave her alone. My mum even bought like puppy milk, and they just wanted her milk all the time. And you know, they nearly killed her because she was not eating, and they were just on her all the time. And my mum started to really hate the puppies, because they were just like, you know, wouldn't leave her alone. And in the end, my mum and dad gave them away for free, because they just wanted them gone, you know. And she really suffered, bless her. I think they got her spaded after that, because, you know, she nearly died, and it wasn't nice, you know, a nice process for her at all. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go through that with my princess, because I just, no. She would have made a terrible mother. She really would have. She didn't have the best patience in the world, bless her. Okay, so I'm now going to show you how the other way I stitch as well. I stitch lots of different ways, guys. There's a bit of fluff there dangling out. I don't know what that has come from. So the other way I'd stitch is going down. Instead of going across, it's going down like that. So it's the same sort of method. I mean, there's lots of different ways of stitching. Lots of different ways. I sort of just chop and change as I go along, really. I think they call this one the stabbing method. I think. I'm not sure. So you do all your stitches in predominantly half stitch, and then go back and finish it off like so. Oh, my daughter, one of my daughters, I just want to listen to that white music noise. My Natalia, severely autistic daughter, and she's just, it's the most awful music you could hear, but she really likes it. Oops. It's hard when you stitch in hand with a big canvas like this, a big Ada cloth, because you're like fighting it. I'm wondering if I should roll it a bit this way and then, yeah. Now what am I doing? Where have I come from? I can't even think here. I don't know where I came from now. Okay. I think yeah, I'm definitely gonna change floss now so I can do a couple of colours with yourselves. So we're already on 28 minutes. Jeez, I didn't realise it was as long as that. Oh. I'm just going to leave that floss there like that. Right, hold on while I choose the next colour and I'll be back in 1 second. Right, so the next shade I have chosen to do is number 3, DMC code 327, and it's this green square, this dark purple colour. Lovely. So I've waxed my floss and we're good to go. So let me just put that over there. Let's do this little bit over here actually first, hoping that the angle of the camera is good for you guys. I always think that the floss is the same colour as the symbol, and it's not. You can get very, very easily confused that way. Must remember that the symbol is always a different colour. Come on, go through. What are you doing? Oh, there. So I'll try and keep it as still as possible, but when you stitch in hand, guys, it's, can you see me? Let me just check my camera. Yeah, when you stitch in hand, it's not always easy to keep the, oh, that's the one downside of stitching in hand is moving the Ada cloth around quite a lot. I would love to stitch in a frame if I could, but I just can't, guys. I have thought about trying to practice again, but I just feel like it just slows me down and I get very frustrated. I think if you can stitch in, I do apologise for the, if you can stitch with 2 hands, a frame is perfect for you, but if you can't, it's can be quite frustrating. Rio is still covered up at the moment because somewhere I read anyway that parrots should have the minimum of 12 hours a day covered. Look at what I've done, like dark time for them. It's very good, but try telling Rio that. Rio obviously doesn't think so. Rio thinks that she should be up. She should be up the same amount of hours as me and the kids. That's how Rio thinks. In her mind, I think she knows she's a parrot, but I think she just thinks that she should have the same rules apply to her as the kids, really. So this is another way that I stitch as well, is I just bring like so. Going up instead of going down with the needle. It's a lovely shade of purple, this. And what I do is I now just get 2 threads, because this is a 9 count, so you need 4 strands of floss. So I will get, sorry guys, I get two strands of floss and fold them in half. That's how I do my 9 count. I need to go up here actually, because there's a stitch there. There's lots of stitches here, there and everywhere. You know, the other day I tried to finish all a certain colour just by going throughout the whole thing, and I thought that I've done it, and then I'm stitching in a different colour and I see that I've missed a stitch, and I'm like, oh, it's not as easy if you miss a stitch in cross stitch as it is in diamond painting. You just get your pen and Rio, that's a funny noise. Just get your pen and get the diamond and place it in, and that's all you do with diamond painting. But in cross stitch, you have to get the floss, you have to wax it, you have to put it on your thread, then you have to cast it on, and then do the stitch. So it can be a little bit more time consuming, so to speak. You're hungry, Sita? You want some brekkie? Yeah. Okay. Watching Parrot TV here, trying to keep Rio nice and calm. Do you want to open Rio's cover, Sita? Although she might start squealing her head off. But we shall see. We shall see. Yeah. I think she's in quite a loud mood today. But yeah, I thought I'd hop on and do this before my dad comes over, because you know the day will just go away with me, and then I'll just get more and more tired and I'll forget to film, and the rest is history. Yes. Oh, I should have gone up there, really. There we go. Let's go up there and do that stitch. Do you like this shade of purple, Sita? still half asleep, that one. I can tell because she's always like sucks her thumb when she's half asleep. She still does it. I don't think she's ever going to outgrow it. They both do actually, both her and Natalia. So my two youngest ones are called Natalia and Lucita. Natalia is the one that is severely autistic, and Lucita is just, she's normal actually, she's just neurotypical. So she had her assessment the other day with the paediatrician, and the paediatrician loved her, and she was like, well, you know, she said, I think she's going to have traits of autism. We know she's got traits of autism because it runs in the family so strong. So we know that she has traits, but she was as good as anything. So, you know, I don't know. Now we don't even think that she's got ADHD now. Right, I'm trying to think where I'm going to hop off to now, because the next few green symbols are scattered. So I think I'm going to go down here and do the confetti ones off camera, because it's not going to be much fun for you seeing me casting on and off, on and off, on and off, and on all over the place. So I'm just going to cast off and then continue down here. Come on, there we go. Move out the way, Mr. Tail. There we go. Come out wherever you are. So the only thing that is really putting me off getting another dog is, obviously, I feel like I'm really not over Princess yet. You know, I feel like I should wait at least a year. And it'll be a year in December time. No, end of November. I think it was end of November. I'll have to look. But I do get very upset about her still. And she was a special dog. She was kind of difficult to replace, really. And I'm worried that I won't love another dog as much as I loved her, because she was my baby. She had her since 8.5 weeks old, and you know, it's very difficult for me to imagine loving another dog the same way. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'm ready for that, you know, because we all know that the kids say, oh yeah, I'll help, and then who ends up doing it all? Mum, isn't it? It's always mum. Rio's agreeing with me there. I know, Rio, I know. You've got a lot on your mind, haven't you? So, on to a happier topic. I've managed to book us a week away in the same resort as what we went to last year. And we're going there again, but this time we're in a lodge, which will be a bit nicer, hopefully. Yeah. So hopefully that's going to be a bit of a smooth adventure. That's going to be a week today we'll be leaving, yeah. So that'll be fun. Change of scenery is always good. And it's right next to the beach. And even if it rains, you know, we can still go for lots of walks on the beach. It's great fun. Great fun, so. Yeah. And Miss Rio will be coming with us. Pardon me, because she is part of the family as well. So yeah, it'll be great fun. I might try and get some footage for you of the beach, but it's the same one as last year. It's nothing, a beach is a beach, isn't it? But I do love the coast, I do. So be great to get away, just to feel the sea breeze on your skin. It's quite a magical thing, isn't it? Right, okay, so let me zoom you out slightly so I can show you. So I've done some of the blue here, and then I've done all this bit up there, up there, up there, up there. Done some of here. I've done quite a few bits and pieces, but because it's so confetti heavy, I'm just trying to work my way through the bulk of the stitches and then do the confetti areas, because the problem is when I do it the other way round, then if I work on all of the main colours first and then do the confetti stitches, I end up missing stitches everywhere if I do it confetti first and then the bulk after. And then I get frustrated because I'm like, oh gosh, I thought I'd finished with that colour and there's still more to do. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do the bulk first and then do the confetti stitches later. But yeah, this is it. I am slightly worried about this in a 9 count, if I'm honest with you, because I feel like the chances of it coming out pretty clear are going to be quite slim. I think it's going to be one of those that you're going to have to look at far away, because it's a 9 count. There's not going to be much detail, I think. I don't know, I could be wrong. I've never done a 9 count before, so you know, we've got to give it a chance, trust the process and all the rest of it. But the chances of it coming out clear like the thumbnail there, I don't know, we'll wait and see, guys, we'll wait and see. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for today's Flosstube. Please give me a thumbs up if you like my content, because it really helps my video on the algorithm, helps push them out there a bit more. And subscribe and share and follow me on TikTok and Instagram on Crazy Borgie's Diamond Arts, and hit that little notification bell which will notify you of my future video uploads. I'm going to link this in the video description box, so if you like it then you can hop on to VIP Cross Stitch and put it in your cart. And I do have a discount code for VIP Cross Stitch. Can't remember what it is now, but I'll put that in my video description as well. Okay, so anyway, I hope and pray that you all have a beautiful, blessed remainder of your day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye for now, guys.